I don't got much time because I got stuff in the morning.
Task Force, White House, and that's on the FIFA World Cup of 2026, which, as you know, is a big event. It's going to be the biggest event, I think. And Johnny, I think you're going to say a few words. Everybody knows this man on the right. He's sort of the king of soccer, I guess, in a certain way. And he was the one that was able to give it to us, and we're going to do a fantastic job in making you at home. So I would very much appreciate it. First time it's ever been in this part of the world, and it's an honor. Thank you very much, Johnny.
Thank you. Thank you, President. Thank you, President. Well, it is a great achievement to bring the World Cup next year, the FIFA World Cup in 26 here in the United States, together with Mexico and Canada. And this summer, actually, we have a new competition, the FIFA Club World Cup in 25, from the 14th of June to the 13th of July, only in the United States of America. 11
Building
cities,
an AI
12
assistant.
stadiums,
Oh my
the
gosh.
best players in the world, the best teams in the world. America will welcome the world. There will be millions of people coming, Mr. President, millions of people. The economic impact is 40 billion US dollars between now and next year. We will create 200,000 jobs for these
creating the
World Cups.
World Cup stage and
more than
everything.
that, we will give joy and happiness to the entire
Or
world.
the
and,
event.
this is priceless, definitely. So thank you, Mr. President,
Thank
for
you,
setting
Jim.
up this task force, because it is important that everyone that comes to America feels safe, feels welcome, and that's why it's important that the government puts together this White House task force chaired by the President himself. It shows the importance of the FIFA World Cups, I should say, because
Interesting. So they're building out a whole state. If I'm getting this correctly, they're building out a whole state. Yeah, competition, the FIFA Club World Cup in 25 from the 14th of June
to the 13th of July,
to the only in the United
States
States.
of America.
Yeah, so they are building a stage for the World Cup, basically, in America.
11
this
cities,
year.
12 stadiums, the best players in the world, the best teams in the world.
Nice. Cool.
America will welcome.
Oh wait,
the world.
2026. Sorry,
Millions of
next year.
people coming,
My
Mr.
bad.
President. Millions of people. The economic impact is 40 billion US dollars between now and next year.
Wow,
We will create
FIFA World
200,000
Cup coming to the
jobs
United
for,
States.
these two World Cups, and more than that, we will give joy and happiness.
It's
to,
gonna be
the
on
entire world,
USA's
and,
home
is
court,
priceless,
eh?
Definitely. So thank you, Mr. President, for setting up this task force, because it is important that everyone that comes to America feels safe, feels welcome, and that's why it's important that the government puts together this White House task force chaired by the President himself. It shows the importance of the FIFA World Cups, I should say.
So,
because,
interesting. So, is
there are
this
many
stadium going to
topics
stay?
deal with, of
Interesting.
course, and
So
we
it'll
want
be the
everyone
first ever
who
World
comes
Cup
to
stadium in
Who
America.
goes to watch one of these games. We have 10 million tickets for sale. It's like 3 Super Bowls every day for 1 month. That everyone that goes feels
I wonder where
safe,
they're gonna
feels
build it.
happy, and feels that we are doing something special. So we're here to create and to make the best show on the planet ever, and we'll do it together, Mr. President.
I would
Oh, it's good.
maybe
I love what he
Texas.
said, like 3 Super Bowls a day for a month. That's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
That's really
Yeah,
amazing
very
when
much.
you think of it. I've never heard that expressed. That's a lot. When, when we made this, it was made during my term, my first term, and it was so sad because I said, can you imagine, I'm not going to be president, and that's too bad. And then what happened is they rigged the election. And
Jesus. Trump,
That was a
please.
good thing. That was quite a.
God damn
quite
it.
an achievement
Every
for both.
time he has to add that. Ah,
both of us. So I'll be
Jesus,
president during the World
please,
Cup and during the
stop.
Olympics, which we were very instrumental in getting. And then, of course, we have our 250th birthday, too, and of that I wasn't instrumental. That just happened to fall on the same time. So we have those three big events. You don't get very much bigger than that, the Olympics, the World Cup, and number 250. And it's a great honor, but I appreciate your selecting us. And we were selected a long time ago, though, during my first term, and it's an honor to be with you, Johnny. You've been
Thank
my
you.
friend for
My
a long
honor.
time.
Absolutely.
He's a great
Thank you so
gentleman.
much.
Okay, I'll sign this, and that makes it official, right?
Makes it official, yes.
That's good, Johnny.
Here we are. Then we have to start working.
There it is. So yeah, apparently they did it in Trump's term, but they didn't. They didn't do it.
Well, you know, the Super Bowl has around 100 million viewers or 150 million viewers. The World Cup final has 2 billion viewers. So we have to make it 20 times better and 20 times bigger
Yeah.
than the Super
I
Bowl.
think it'll be better.
Well, I mean, yeah. Right. Football is only an American sport, or well, right. The American
Yeah, it's
football,
huge.
right?
It's around 40 billion in only the United States, 40 billion US dollars, the economic impact.
Versus
100,000
right,
jobs,
soccer is worldwide,
created,
international. Right.
It's so per city you can divide by 11. and
Other
know
you
a
do
little bit what each,
international is
city
like rugby,
gets, more or
right?
less. Some cities get more.
I
others
think
get
there's
less.
like international
But we
rugby
have,
shit.
you know, 10 million tourists coming. Some with tickets, others without tickets, who just want to be here during these World Cups.
What team is favored now, if there's such a thing? I mean, do they have a team like so many of these great famous teams? What team seems to be favored?
Well, on the club one, which takes place this year, of course, Real Madrid,
Yeah,
Manchester
Real
City,
Madrid, Manchester.
Bayern Munich, the
Yeah, Bayern
Germans,
Munich.
Paris Saint-Germain, the French.
Yep.
The big ones are always there, and these clubs are
Paris.
multinationals. They have players from all countries.
They always seem to be
Juve-
there. Right?
They are always
Juventus?
there.
I
They're always
don't.
there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
And then
forgot
next
if they're
year,
gonna be playing.
Argentina,
Juventus.
Brazil,
Right.
England, Germany, Spain.
It's going to be great.
So it will be great.
Any
Oh
questions
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
Johnny?
Juventus, yeah.
US is coming up. US is coming. Watch the US. Some very, very good players playing in Europe, but we need to bring them back here to
So
play here.
can the U.S. win?
The
Yeah.
US can win, yes, with the public behind.
See?
They play in
He
some
knows
of the
what to
top
say.
teams.
He knows.
Yeah. They play in some of
So
the top
there's
teams.
a shot, right?
Yeah, there is a shot. Absolutely,
That's
yes.
great. Well, we'll hold that up for you guys.
Oh no, it is.
Ryan, did
Wait.
you have another question?
Oh, it is this month or this year. Yeah. 100 days remain. Yeah. What does it say? 2006. Do they fuck up?
Which is awesome. I would have previewed a little bit of the Olympics. I know you talked about that before.
Well,
Is that a
I'm just very
typo?
happy to have done it. I mean, you know, I didn't think this was going to happen. I said, I'll be sitting there, but not as president. So I was, you know, very honored. Actually, Johnny reminded me, called me up very early on. He said, you're going to be president during this whole thing after we won. So it's a great honor for our country to have it, actually. It's a big deal. It's, I don't know which is bigger, the Olympics or the World Cup. What is the story on that? Can I ask you that
No,
question?
the World Cup is much, much, much bigger than the Olympics. Come on. and it's in the whole country. Huh?
Yeah,
The Olympics is
we've
in
got
one
them
city.
both.
Mr. President, it's a long way off, Mr. President, but do you foresee yourself attending some matches or a match?
Oh, yeah, sure. I would like to. I'd like to go to.
Yeah, it's
certainly
going
more
to
than
be
one.
taking place
We'll
in the
be making the
USA.
rounds. It's a period of a month,
Yep.
and it's
Yeah.
really top of the line. It's one of the great events.
Why
maybe
does it say
one of the
2026?
great
What
events
is it?
of anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Mr. President, since you last spoke about it yesterday, some details have come out about your cabinet meeting with Elon Musk and some clashes potentially between Secretary Rubio and Secretary.
No clash. I was there. You're just a troublemaker, and you're not supposed to be asking that question because we're talking about the World Cup. Elon gets along great with Marco, and they're both doing a fantastic.
He's all like, you motherfucker. You know we're talking about other shit right now. You're not supposed to be asking that question today, okay? You can ask it again later, but I'll answer some other time. But I'll answer it.
Fantastic job. There is no clash.
Mr. President, bottom line.
Who are you with? Who are you with?
NBC.
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 Who has full authority
Oh, no.
to the Secretary?
Any other questions about the World Cup?
Can we unveil the trophy, maybe?
I'd love to do
because this is something something special. So today is 100 days to go for a new competition that we created
Right.
together. The FIFA Club World Cup, the best clubs in the world with the best players in the world. So we can show this is a unique trophy. This is the trophy, but it's not finished because
Club
it's
Lyon.
unlike any other trophy. There is a key.
Oh, wow.
Esperance.
There is no other sports trophy like that.
Oh, that is good. Whoa.
Auckland City FC.
You
The
gotta be
Boca.
kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Al Hilal
Wait.
FC. EF Pachuca.
Wow. That's one out of
That's the trophy.
That is something, huh?
We got to win now, Mr. President.
This is.
Oh, it's
so
in
this is a good one.
Nashville. Wow.
Inter Miami and Seattle Sounders play.
I've never
Okay.
seen
this
anything
trophy.
like that.
Okay.
It is it's a trophy of the future.
Yeah.
Tuesday,
It
June
represents the
24th.
past, the future, everything, the present.
And this will be at the White House for a little while.
Yes.
So if anybody needs a picture or anything, you can take it.
Nashville,
But this is-
World
If you like it,
Cup.
Mr. President, it can stay here just on the 13th of July.
Nashville is one of the
You should
11
take
cities
it
selected
with me.
host
Let's leave it
the
here.
To the
inaugural
stadium
FIFA
to
club.
give it to the winners. They can take a picture. Then we'll bring
Geodis
it back here
Park
after
is one of the
picture.
Let's do
12
that. We'll leave it
venues.
here. We'll have it in the White House. quite a
Oh, there's 12
bit.
venues.
It travels a little bit also, but I appreciate it. That's good. And I know this can definitely stay, right?
Oh yeah, because
Thank you,
now that I
Johnny.
Thank
think
you so
about
much.
it, I forgot.
Thank you.
I FIFA Club 77. What is? Okay, so there's apparently 7 stadiums have been picked out of 12 right now. We have Audi Field in Washington, Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina, and then the Tennessee one in Geodis Park, and then you have the Orlando one in Florida, Intercoast Stadium. There's one in Washington, Seattle, Lumen Field. And then you have the Mercedes-Benz Stadium at Georgia. And then you have the Cincinnati, Ohio Stadium. FC Cincinnati, Atlanta United. These are DC United Club, Charlotte FC Club, Nashville Club, Orlando City SC, Seattle Sounders FC, Atlanta United and then FC Cincinnati. And then there's 5 more others. The Camping World Stadium in Florida, Hard Rock Stadium in Florida. Oh, they're gonna use the Rose Bowl in California. Okay, yeah, that's a good place, right? And then they got the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And then the Financial Field, or Lincoln Financial Field, Pennsylvania. Yeah, because I thought they were gonna set up more. Because I was all like, I'm pretty sure they're going to be setting up a lot of games. Seeing as there's going to be a lot of teams playing, right? Yeah, there you go, FIFA World Cup.
you.
President,
Thank you.
wanted to
Thank you.
follow up on the
Columbia
cabinet meeting,
University.
sir, just on the cabinet meeting, you said Musk will play an advisory role, Doge will play.
We're talking about FIFA. Thank you.
Jesus Christ, people. Save the... You can obviously ask those fucking questions later. So why are you asking it in the middle of trying... What is wrong with people? Like, if you're gonna do this shit, just fucking... Just take this fucking gun and just... fucking eat it, Jesus. My God.
And they're both great guys. And by the way, they both get along fantastically well. Marco has done unbelievably as Secretary of State. And Elon is a very unique guy who's done a fantastic job.
Do you think he needs
Yeah,
to be reined in, Mr.
enough,
President?
enough. It's FIFA. Is this a FIFA question?
How do you see the World Cup?
No, is this a FIFA question?
Tensions you have with Canada and Mexico,
Oh, I think it's going to make it more exciting. Tension's a good thing.
even for the World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. I think it makes it much more exciting.
Look, you want tension, you want competitiveness, especially when it comes to sports. Right? You want to see the blood sports, yes? You want to see fucking people get cracked, yes?
Oh, please, come on. Please, Johnny, come on. Get them up. That's great.
Mr. President, what type of enhanced security do you anticipate having for all of these big events
I'll let you,
that are happening over the course of the next year?
I'll let
Homeland
Christie
Security is
answer
running.
that question.
Oh, answer what question?
Go ahead. Security.
We, the security for this event will be run by the Department of Homeland Security. So we are signing today this document that will say that we will form task forces and partnerships. We'll have incident command centers in these 11 cities that will partner all
Well,
the agencies and
obviously, you're gonna
departments at the
have
federal. We'll have some worldwide partners as well, as long
Global
as,
level.
yes, it'll be under our umbrella, and we'll help facilitate that, but also working with our local law enforcement is incredibly powerful. So streamlining those communications, it'll be a wonderful event, and everybody will be safe and fun. Yeah, it will be.
And this is the official ball
Thank you very
with your name.
Oh, wow. Official ball. That's a nice looking
I
one,
would give
too.
it to Christie, except it has my name on it.
We have another one for
it.
you.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Is that going to be the ball?
That's the
This
official
is the
match
ball
ball.
for this.
This will
for this
be what
trophy,
it
for
will
this
look
trophy.
like, the ball?
Yes.
When they play?
When they play.
Wow, that's
Yes.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, nobody
Let's
has played
see
yet. Has played yet.
Yeah, so
Thank you very much, everyone.
with basically every FIFA Cup, they make a whole new design for the ball. So
Buddy. Thank you, Johnny, thank you very much.
they're basically limited edition balls. So take that however you will. The collection is out the wazoo, man. Just look at fucking people's jerseys and shit, right?
the federal funds, sir.
When it comes to sports, fucking the collector's edition shit. People fucking eat that shit up. Anyways, yep, there goes the FIFA World Cup. Make a deal. Trump sends letter to Iran, issues new warning to Russia. I think they also did another, actually, I think they did another FIFA US. I think, didn't they do another? Because I thought he... Or was it something else? Hmm. The issue is, maybe it's in here somewhere. Shut up. FIFA World Cup. No, I guess it was just that one. Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah. Here it is. This one.
I know you've all been working very hard and very successfully. And it's
Oh, that's what it fucking that's what it is. Digital Asset Summit. Because they also had the FIFA World Cup guy come too. I was like, what? Why? I guess he was. Oh, I guess because they're doing like a whole thing today for everybody. Because fucking Trump said some shit here.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. Great honor to have you. I know you've all been working very hard and very successfully. And it's a wonderful place, the White House.
A wonderful
I want to
place.
begin. Is Johnny here from
What a wonderful
World
place
Cup?
the
I want
White
to thank
House
you for
is.
the selection. And they just had a presentation in the
China,
Oval
China,
Office, and
China.
I thought this was such a beautiful. This is the trophy. This is a big deal. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event, and Johnny Infantino is my friend for a long time, and during my first term, we worked out a deal to get the World Cup, and then because of lots of interesting things that happened,
FIFA
I ended
World
up being
Cup
president.
Summit.
Wanted to show up. I was always disappointed. I
FIFA
wasn't
World
gonna make
Cup
it. I was going to
talks
serve
and
8 straight. Instead, we
Digital
did it
Asset Summit.
we did it the hard way, but maybe the more important way. So I will be with you as president, Johnny. So maybe you could just say a few words and show how beautiful the World Cup trophy is. Thank you. Yeah, sure, please. Yeah,
The famous key.
that's a great key.
You want to open it, President, or shall
Well, you go ahead. I trust you.
Showing everyone the fucking.
new trophy of a new competition? It's called the FIFA.
So I'm guessing all these people are from. Oh, okay. There's Michael Saylor. This guy's pretty big in the Bitcoin industry. He has a pretty big market share. He's basically a huge investor in cryptocurrency, or well, Bitcoin in particular. Whenever you're thinking Bitcoin and want Bitcoin news, make sure you pay attention to what he says, because this guy does some weird shit sometimes with Bitcoin. This motherfucker is basically moving the market sometimes.
Absolutely best players in the world. And for the first time in history, this competition takes place
So anything crypto related, be careful with this guy.
in the United States. Opening game on the 14th
Yeah,
of
anything
June.
related to
Right.
crypto, right?
In Miami,
There's a lot of big
final on the
players in
13th of
crypto,
July
and you
this
just
year
gotta be
in New
careful.
York, New Jersey. But it's not that. The trophy is special because it is a key, and because, as you can see, if I manage to do that, yes, it's a bit tricky. It's not that. So this is a trophy. It is a trophy which represents.
I wonder if this was made out of all gold.
Interesting to show
That's really a
you
nice
exactly
fucking
this
piece.
photo, because it represents the past, but it's also projected to the future. There is no other sports trophy which looks like that. It has engraved the history of the game, of soccer or football as we call it, the participating teams of the first edition, the stadiums, the beautiful stadiums in 11 cities in the United States of America where this competition will take place. So at the same time, past, present, and projected to the future. And if I may, President, say another 2 words, and then I let you work. I would like to congratulate the President and the administration for not only for the World Cup, the Club World Cup, the World Cup, and the great work done, but also for this initiative that you are speaking about here. If I may add something in this respect, I'm not an expert at all, but FIFA, as you know, is a brand which is globally known, a very strong brand.
Oh, yeah. Super strong.
Soccer economy in the world is worth around
Yeah.
270 billion.
Olympic style
30% of that,
and
Mr.
World
President,
Cup,
is
right?
in Europe. So imagine the potential that there is around the world.
And also
only
in
soccer
and a lot
if
of
we develop.
right
And
the
so
EU and UK
FIFA
countries.
is
It's
very,
pretty
very
huge.
interested, under my presidency to develop the FIFA economy.
Yeah, especially with all the
From
seasons
here,
they do and
from,
whatnot.
America, and to conquer the 5 billion soccer fans in the world. So if there is anyone here who is interested to team up with FIFA, here we are, together with the United States of
Yeah.
America, and
Yeah.
conquer the
FIFA,
world of
yeah,
soccer
FIFA.
and the FIFA coin.
You
Thank
see
you.
all
Thank you.
the
That
all the
coin-
promotions they get on their fucking that board. That board gets fucking
That coin
filled
may be worth more
with
than
promotions.
FIFA. In the end, it could be quite a coin, actually. Huh? Anyway, thank you, Johnny. Great job. I just thought you should see this trophy because it's really, it's the biggest sporting event in the world, and we have it here. And we appreciate being selected. Thank you very much, Johnny. You do a fantastic job. And welcome to the first ever White House Digital Assets Summit. I know that many of you have been fighting for years for this, and it's an honor to be
Digital
with
Assets
you at the White House. I want to thank the White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs, Treasury Secretary. This is David right here, in case you don't know. You know David. And a man who's doing a great job as Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, who's right here. Scott, thank you very much. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, wherever you may be, Howard. Hi, Howard. He's doing some interesting work right now with all that's going on. He's right in the middle of it and doing a great job. Thank you. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler. And hi, Kel. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce.
I think
Thank you,
they're-
Hester. Acting CFTC Chairman.
basically
Caroline
they're in
Pham.
like a big ass brown table. There's a lot of people
House
in the
Majority Whip
fucking
Tom Emmer.
meeting.
Hello, Tom. Representative Brian
There's probably
Stahl.
like I don't know, maybe
Thank
like
you.
40 people in the
Brian,
room
thank you very much. Digital Assets Council Director Bo Hines.
in terms of who's at the
Good, Bo.
table.
Great job. And many other distinguished guests. We have a lot of very distinguished people around the table. Some of them
Yeah.
will be speaking. I want to thank Marco Rubio also, who's right over there. And we have tremendous people very interested in this subject. And last year, I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and
Bitcoin
the crypto capital of the planet. And we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. Yesterday, I signed an executive order officially creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve. And this will be a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold to be housed within the United States Treasury. That's a big thing, Scott. The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know. Really one of the largest holders in the world, with as many as 200,000 Bitcoin obtained via civil law and various other forms of law, and including enforcement actions. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new reserve. Unfortunately, in recent years, the U.S. government has foolishly sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth billions and billions of dollars had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. And not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell?
What the
Hell knows.
fuck, Sarah? What?
Billions of dollars
Jesus.
had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. And not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows, right?
God damn it.
Thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth billions and billions of dollars had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. And not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows, right? Who knows? Who knows? But so far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce Departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers. In addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the federal bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it. But I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on and paved the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators strong-armed banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-armed banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also. Maybe better than you do. All of that will soon be over, and we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0. Now, some people really suffered. It was ridiculous what they were doing. But in the end, they came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will really go a long way. I think it's going to be a tremendous, we feel like pioneers in a way, of tremendous method of growth. And things are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way. The U.S. dollar, long into the future, we're going to keep it that way. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can. And they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man who knows more about Bitcoin and AI and just about everything else than anybody, David Saxton. I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're all here today because of your leadership, your vision, and your generosity, and I really
AI and crypto czar.
We're also
David
here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators, or as you might say, high IQ people. Yeah, we know you love high IQ people, and we have about 30 of them here in the room today. These are the top people in the digital asset industry. And one other thing that I think that you love is legal fairness. This is an industry that was subjected to prosecution and persecution for the last 4 years, horrible lawfare.
Well, I mean, you had Sam Bankman-Fried fuck it up. I mean, you had that incident with Binance. You had that incident with XRP. You had that incident with Solana. There's a lot of companies that got fucked a lot over the 4 years of apparently doing some shady shit. Not only that, but there's been some crypto hacks too. Oh, right, crypto hacks all over those years too.
Thank you.
So I just want to say it's an honor to work
People
for you.
getting
It's an
their
honor to work
monies
for a president who
jacked and
works every
shit.
day to get so much done on behalf of the American people. Your administration is moving at tech
The
speed.
monies,
It's really
man, the
amazing. It's actually
monies.
faster than any startup that I've been part of. Is that your administration moves even faster? So I just want to say thank you for having me be a part of it.
That's why you
I've
should,
enjoyed every minute of it. I love working for you, and thank you again for this
Have
opportunity.
like a cold storage wallet, so
Appreciate
you
it.
don't have to fucking deal with the fucking crazy hacks that are going on.
And now I just want to pass the ball to Secretary Besson.
Scott?
Good. David, so today, when President Trump has signed the executive order to establish the strategic Bitcoin reserve and stockpile, we're going to position the United States as a leader among nations in the digital asset strategy. It's important for the United States to recognize this fact and get ahead of the other nations in the digital age. We applaud the President's direction to use the digital assets already in possession of the nation, and we are going to establish this Bitcoin reserve. We will use this authority to augment the asset side of the United States balance sheet. As I've said many times, President Trump is
Let me guess, they're gonna
creating
get a whole
assets for
bunch
the
of cold
American
storage
people,
wallets for this
while
shit.
Most past presidents have created debt, and a large part of this asset program can be in digital assets.
So they're switching some of the portfolio to some of it digital.
Digital assets. The Biden administration's actions did nothing other than punish innovators, and that all of you have made it here today is really a testament to your fortitude. Much of Treasury's responsibility in this order relates to the tax code and determinations around risk
Oh
weightings.
yeah.
And
Are they
I'm
gonna
going to
fix
assure
the
you
tax
that
code on
we
some
are
of
going
that
to
shit
work
too?
with the controller of the currency, the IRS, and we're going to rescind and amend all applicable previous guidance. And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime. And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the
Stablecoin
dominant
regime.
reserve currency in the world, and we will use stablecoins to do that. Thank you.
I'm guessing the USDC stablecoin, basically. And
Technology
all the other stablecoins
is at
like
the
Bitcoin, Ethereum.
foundation of the Trump presidency. He understands technology, he embraces
Litecoin, I think,
technology, and he's
was
going to
also-
use technology to drive America forward. The blockchain and Bitcoin technology are a key part of that thinking, and embracing that, and here today shows how much a leader the Trump administration and our president is. He understands it, he embraces it. As you said, you're a pioneer in this place, and this is where we're going. We're using the blockchain, we're using Bitcoin, we're going to use digital assets to pound forward, and Donald Trump is leading the way. Can't be more proud of you today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Howard. Kelly, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is truly a historic day, and as a crypto founder, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your administration. You're moving at the speed of tech for sure, and I will just say it's a great day to have the war on not just crypto, but the war on innovation done. And under your administration, we are truly going to enter into the golden age. And I'll just say, as the administrator of the SBA, small business is a tremendous network that crypto can be deployed against, and so the SBA is open to crypto. So I look forward to working with all of the leaders in this room to advance your efforts here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
Golden age.
Tom, please. Well, Mr. President, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for the amazing team that you put together. I want to thank you for David. I mean, this kind of a meeting, no one in this room
David
could have
Sachs?
envisioned this just a couple years ago.
Cryptos are?
You are the one that has the vision. You're the one that said,
Bro,
"We are going to
okay,
do
take it
21st
easy. Stop
century
gassing
finance
him
right
up.
here in the United States of America." I've been
All
doing
right,
this
you
for
don't
9 years.
look. You don't need to do
It is
that.
amazing how far we've come, and that's a credit to you, Mr. President, and your leadership. And God bless you for doing this, because it's going to make a huge difference with everything else you're doing. And by the way, Americans love it. They're going crazy. Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody else? Go ahead, please.
Does anyone want to say a couple of words? Cameron or Tyler, do you want to?
You're very shy in front
Actually,
of the camera.
Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound. You said that a year ago you thought it would be more likely that you'd end up in jail than at the White House. Not to put you on the spot, because you didn't do anything wrong, but that was the environment a year ago. Do you guys want to say something, either one of you?
Sure. That was actually Tyler who said that.
Sorry, I still get mixed up.
But yeah, we never thought that we'd
That's
get
fucked up.
attacked the way
Throwing
we did
him
in
under
our
the bus.
backyard
What the fuck?
after trying to do the right thing for so many years and always trying to raise the bar with respect to regulations. So it's truly wonderful to see how things have changed and how the pendulum has swung back in the way that it has. And we've always felt that the U.S.
I
should
wonder
lead in Bitcoin
if
and
he
crypto,
made
and it's
any
ours to
investment
sort of
to
lead and
Trump
win,
or
and it's just
any
wonderful
of the
what,
politicians.
President Trump has been doing with this, and we
Because
look forward to
in
working
a
together.
sense, he's a lobbyist. If you haven't noticed very well, he's a crypto lobbyist for fucking Bitcoin.
And thanks for inviting us, David, and setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you both. Please.
I was just going to say thank you, Mr. President. Cameron takes credit for a lot of my things I say, so it's not the first time. But the U.S. won the internet, and the U.S. should win crypto. So thank you for your leadership on this.
Thank you both very much.
Yeah, I don't know about
High
that.
IQ
All the weird
individuals
fucking
around this
meme
table.
coins
That's what I
you
always
guys
say.
were
We need
making
high
is
IQ.
like, yeesh.
So thank you very much. Would anybody like to say
Fucking
anything?
yikes, man.
Please.
We'll come.
I just want to express my deep gratitude for the seriousness with which you're approaching our industry and how you're actually helping guide it in the right direction. I work with many central banks.
I mean,
in
if
other
you think
countries,
about it,
and
if he
when I
can
was
make
working there, I was
his
wondering why I,
Trump
as an
meme
American citizen,
coin
can't
and
help
his
the United
Melania
States
meme
financial system
coin,
reach this
stable coins,
higher level
right?
that the
I mean, it
world
could
is
do
on
okay, I
course towards
guess.
generally. And so I'm very grateful that
But
finally there's been a new level of
fucking
kind of common sense
meme
and,
coins,
and
dude.
adoption of these ideas. Me and the other people in this room do believe that the crypto, blockchain, Web3 infrastructure is the next iteration of the financial system. And I think that the U.S. should have its leadership position continue in that new financial
Well, I mean,
system.
they just don't
And
want
I'm
to
very,
use,
very
right?
happy
They
to see
don't
people
want to
like
go
David
back to
Sachs,
the
Secretary Bessent,
the gold
Secretary
standard.
Lutnick taking this very seriously with their time.
Because
I'm
if you
very
did
grateful
that, it would
them
fucking
too. So I'm
it'd kind of
just
fuck with
overjoyed
the
to see this,
supply
and
a
I
little
think
bit.
it is a big part of how the U.S. can continue its role in the global financial system. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I thought it was
Basically,
very
they're
important
trying to
that-
stay away from the gold the gold-backed system because well, they don't want to fucking lose resources, right? So why not use fiat, which is forever a tree burning printer, right? And then you got cryptocurrency, a fucking logical process through computer tech. Of
We
just
stay in the front of this
mining
one. This is a
data,
big one.
basically.
And as you know, China is pushing forward and very strongly as usual. But we're way in the lead, as we are in AI and other things, and we want to stay there. So I thought this was very important, and we have some brilliant people sitting around this table, and it's an honor to have you involved. But we want to stay at the forefront of everything. And this is a very important day in your lives. I know you worked, some of you, very long before people really understood what was happening. And so I congratulate you. But this is a big day. Being in the White House is a big deal. And you have great support. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, please.
That's
Thank
it?
you very much. Thank you, media. Thank you. Please.
That's it. That is all. That's all she wrote. So, it looks like they're investing big in crypto. It seems like they're moving a portfolio, or some of the portfolio of the government is going to be crypto, as they already fucking have been investing behind the scenes, probably. And they're probably working with a lot of these people to do certain stuff, I guess. Ah! Okay, there we go. That's all she wrote. Let's see, what do we got here? We got some, apparently some shit happened. Trump speaks on it.
Policy move. Two big foreign
On
policy
the
moves making big
Iran
news
and
today.
Russia
The first
stuff.
on Iran. The president says he is calling on
Iran.
Tehran to come to the table
Iran.
to negotiate a nuclear deal. This from a preview of the president's interview with our own Maria
Iran.
Bartiromo that will air in its entirety
Sorry.
Sunday.
I hope that Iran, and I've written them a letter saying, I hope you're going to negotiate, because if we have to go in militarily, it's going to be a terrible thing for them.
You wrote a letter to the Khomeini,
Yes.
the leader? When did you send the letter?
Yesterday.
And you said you better negotiate, or we want you to
I didn't
negotiate?
say you better. I said I hope you're gonna negotiate, because it's going to be a lot better for Iran. And I think they want to get that letter. The other alternative is we have to do something, because you can't let them have a nuclear weapon.
And on Russia, the president posted this earlier based on the fact that Russia is absolutely pounding Ukraine on the battlefield right now. I am strongly considering large-scale banking sanctions and tariffs on Russia until a ceasefire and final settlement agreement on peace is reached. To Russia and Ukraine, get to the table right now before it is too late, says the president.
Honestly, I think he's saying that because Iran has been funding the Middle East and some shit, apparently. We don't know how much of that information is true, but I mean, given what's been happening over in the Middle East and how many fucking factions there are over there fucking with each other, or maybe even teaming up with each other to fuck with only one singular, group of people. Who knows? But you got a bunch of pirates over there fucking with each other too. Right, you got the Houthis messing with the merchant ships and shit. Fucking with supply chains and whatnot.
Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett spoke to Fox about this just a short time ago.
President Trump is adamant that we need to get everybody to the table, and we could do that with carrots, and we could do that with sticks, and he's talking to everybody, and he's got, a whole litany.
Yeah, it's like you guys are
proposals
fighting
that
so
he
much
could,
that there's
throw their
other
way to get them to the table.
there's more
But the bottom
fighting
line is the president wants
somewhere
to stop
else that's
the
coming
carnage.
towards you.
In focus,
Yeah, there's
Republican
so much shit
Congresswoman
happening.
Nancy Mace of South Carolina. She's a member of the House Oversight,
kinda
Armed Services, and
interconnected.
Veterans Affairs Committees and joins us now. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Congresswoman. So as we do anticipate the president a short time from now, what do you expect from him?
Well, if we're talking about Middle East policy and Russia policy, if that's what he's speaking on today, I just got back from the Middle East recently. I spent some time in Israel, met with Bibi Netanyahu, and understand the stakes right now with Iran. I was glad to hear the letter that he sent to the regime, because we cannot allow Iran to get nuclear arms in any way, shape, or form. We don't want Iran to go to China or go to Russia to get the things that they need to be nuclear armed. I hope that he'll look at also doing more severe sanctions against Iran, banking and finance against those that are funding the proxy wars in the Middle East. They're funding Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis in Yemen, et cetera. We need to cut them off, and we need to cut them off now. And he understands the importance of peace in the Middle East. He also understands the importance of peace in Ukraine. We saw when Zelensky visited the White House a week ago, President Trump was the only one that wanted
Oh yeah, in the Middle East there's Al Qaeda, right, and all those guys.
peace in that room. Zelensky seems
you
to
got a
still
lot of
want
people
war.
down there.
So I am glad to hear that he's looking
Yeah,
at
you got the
sanctions for Putin, for
Intifada,
Russia,
right.
to see if they can
Yeah,
hold
terrorist
off any more of the bloodshed
sympathizers.
that's been happening in Ukraine. I hope that President Zelensky will come back to the table with Donald Trump and do the mineral deal so that we can have peace over there and get this thing, get a ceasefire done everywhere. He's the guy that can make this deal happen.
How confident are you that that will happen?
Well, we did hear from Zelensky earlier this week, making overtures that he was willing to come back to the White House and do the mineral deal with the president. Sounds like he maybe has come to his senses. And for the country of Ukraine and for her people, I hope that he does, because if Donald Trump can do this deal and get peace in Ukraine, then the lives lost, there'll be no more. And that needs to happen, because Trump is the only one that wants peace right now. And I believe he's the only guy that can bring it.
Do you think this very open public form of negotiating is working for this administration?
I do. I absolutely do. Because, the world knows that Trump is a man of his word. He demonstrated that in his first administration. He is demonstrating that now. Everything he said he was going to do, the promises he's made, those are promises that he's also keeping right now. And since I just got back from the Middle East, understanding the nuances, what's at stake there, seeing the way Gulf states want to see peace as well in the Middle East, he's doing it. I mean, everyone's very worried and concerned, especially given some of the expirations that are happening in the JCPOA. The amount of time, whether it's months or weeks, that Iran can take to get to nuclear arms, we don't want that to happen. We need someone who's going to be a leader on the world stage to ensure that Iran is not armed with nuclear weapons, and Trump's the one doing it.
All right, I want to ask you about another topic that could come up when we hear from the president any moment now. A win for the Department of Government Efficiency. A federal judge, Congresswoman, denied an emergency effort to keep DOJ from assessing Treasury Department data. This all comes as President Trump is putting a finer point on DOJ's mission. He's praising Elon Musk's work, but telling his cabinet secretaries they should make staffing and policy decisions, not Musk. So the president says he wants biweekly meetings between Musk and his cabinet to focus on a scalpel approach as opposed to a hatchet. Listen.
Yeah.
Elon has been really teaching everybody about the numbers that you can do. But what I want is I want the numbers, but I also want to keep the good people. We want to get rid of the people that aren't working, that aren't showing up, and have a lot of problems. You can't have that kind of fat. It's bloat, and like nobody's ever seen before, where you need 20,000 and they have 120,000 people, and you just don't need that many.
DOJ is estimating big savings so far, $105 billion, and Americans appear to be loving it, much to the surprise of the liberal media.
This, to me, was one of the more shocking figures that I saw. Made me go, wait a minute, hold on one second. Whoa, Americans on Trump.
Hold on. Let's go back. Total savings. All right. If these numbers are true, right? This is the total savings so far. And you could go to the Doge.gov and find out.
This, to me, was one of the more shocking figures that I saw. Made me go, wait a minute, hold on one second. Whoa, Americans on Trump and Joe's efforts. Musk and Doge should influence government spending and operations. Look at this, 54%. The majority say that he and they should. How about a proof of Trump trying to cut staff at government agencies? Again, you get a majority here, 51%.
All right, please do weigh in, Congresswoman. It does appear that this is winning the support of the American public.
Oh, absolutely. I have traveled all across the country and talked to different voters and citizens of our country. They love Elon Musk. They love Donald Trump. They love seeing the pair together. They love seeing what Doge is doing to showcase the waste, the fraud, and the abuse. They know that half of the government workforce hasn't been showing up to the office the last 4 years. They understand that. And if they got to go to work, they want federal government employees to go to work. And they don't want to send checks for millions of dollars to study Russian cats on treadmills. They don't want to spend $26 million at the NIH making mice trans and changing their gender. Doge is exposing
So what if people
all of this
actually
right
do
now,
want that because they're retarded?
And again,
you know,
this is a promise that Donald Trump made.
If they want to do some weird experimentation
shit, and I think Elon Musk is doing an enormous service
just to
our country,
make
and I'm
some
very
weird
grateful
shit.
for it.
All right, so now this, President Trump has repeatedly promised to get to the federal government out of education and give that power back to the states. We've been talking a lot about this. We're still awaiting more details on a reported executive order that aims to do exactly that. Education Secretary Linda McMahon is backing the president. This was from this morning.
Yeah, that was interesting to get Linda McMahon.
Since the time he was running for president, that this is his intent. He wants to make sure that education is back at the state level where it belongs, that our local school boards, that governors and teachers and parents are really the ones that are involved mostly in their children's education. When 70% of our students cannot read with proficiency, I mean, that's just incredibly difficult to swallow, and he's just not going to accept it.
And as Secretary McMahon mentioned, the most recent national report card, it is alarming. Less than 1/3 of 4th and 8th grade
Reading?
students got
Ouch.
passing scores in
Wait,
reading.
what? Grade 4? 31%? What the fuck, dude? No way. You can't be... No. What? And then math is 39. Dude, how did you go from 4th grade to 8th grade and it went down in percentages? What the fuck? What are people doing with their fucking lives, man? Dude, what the fuck? Are you guys like that goddamn cooked? Why, dude? Fucking. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Reading. Similarly awful numbers in math. Trump doubling down on his plans to dismantle the education department.
I want to bring the schools back to the states. And, you know, I've said it 100 times. We're ranked at the bottom of the list, and yet we spend more. I want to just do it. I mean, we're starting the process. We're trying to get the schools back into the states. Let the states run the schools.
I think everything is down right now because everyone wants to fucking protest and be fucking lazy as shit for some fucking reason. Makes no fucking sense. I guess you're just all making America stupid now. Oh, then again, it has something to do with the jobs, how everybody wants to be a fucking content creator now, probably, too. Fucking brain-rotted people.
The House Education Committee chair tells Fox he is all for Trump's ideas.
I support him in the fact that we need to abolish the Department of Education, return education to the states, especially for the K-12, but gain control of the...
Yeah, dude, what the fuck is happening to our school system?
And make them work again. Whether we can abolish
Fucking
them or
what?
not is a question.
Dude, if I... Don't get me wrong, I was a little shit during my school years, but I wasn't that fucking bad. I at least did my fucking schoolwork and did at least well enough to fucking pass. I mean, then again, for elementary school and elementary school, I didn't really do. I didn't give a fuck. I was lazy as shit. Yeah, I mean, oh man, this is wild. This is just so wild to me. Because, dude, I would get my ass whooped if I didn't do my shit.
It takes votes.
All right, so what do you want to see happen?
Not only that, but I also was doing fucking a lot of, like, other sports activities, too. So.
Happen here, Congresswoman.
Well, Donald Trump is putting the power of education back into the hands of the people and parents by wanting to dismantle the Department of Education and putting that effort back into the states. And I'm a high school dropout,
I don't know if it's
I know
the
very
Department of
clearly how important it is to
Yeah,
be
I think
educated
it's
and how
just
much harder it
parents,
is when
too,
you're
in
not
general.
educated. And he's
I
right.
don't think
we
the
spend almost
parents
more
are
money
just
than any other country
paying
in the world
attention to
per
their fucking
per
kids, really.
pupil, per student in spending, and yet we're last in so many
They
outcomes.
literally
We also
not
need to have a
teach-
greater focus
right.
on vocational skills.
Like, honestly, these kids should be at least, like, every time they come home from school, right, they should at least, like, work on, like, whatever the schoolwork is. It should at least take them, I don't know, maybe an hour to do. Or maybe, not like an hour, but depending on how many classes these kids are taking and, like, what kind of objectives they have to fulfill. Like, they shouldn't be that hard. These should be, like, super easy stuff. Easy to remember stuff. It's like, come the fuck. It's like, what? Well, how are you guys failing reading and math in the 4th grade? Like, do you not read books? Fuck. Do you not have, like, I don't know, you have to have, like, some kind of resource to fucking check your check your shit. Like, what is going on, man?
We should go back to either when you graduate from high school, you go on to college, or you have a skill to get a job, whether it's plumbing, electrician, carpentry. There are really great jobs that are out there. And I'm glad to see that this is happening, because I want to see more focus on teachers and students and getting an education and less on teachers' unions. The Department of Education has become a slush
that's the
fund.
other thing too. Right, I think the unions are fucking shit up a little bit. Because some of these unions are shady as fuck. They're just so fat and greedy that I don't even know if they're doing their job correctly.
For teachers unions who are more about advocacy and politics and about educating our students.
it's
And
like,
we're
what?
failing our country because we've allowed this to happen, and it's no more. Donald Trump's going to put an end to it.
Nancy Mace, thank you very much for joining us. Congresswoman, appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.
All right.
It's like, honestly, every time I look at, like, coding stuff or, right, anything for, like, science or fucking my research paper or anything, I literally just fucking write it down. Do like 15 minutes of just writing shit down. Like, what you do? To fucking do the goddamn thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's literally tons of resources online to literally get all the information you need to do for fucking anything almost in the world. Except for, right, confidential information that pertains to very dark things. Right. Like trade secret stuff. But it's like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here? Like, why are you guys like this? You're fucking are we regressing as humans and going back to the fucking caveman days? Like, what is going on? Oh my god, are we going back to the fucking Neanderthal days? Right, we're going are we going back to the Paleolithic era? Like, Jesus fuck, what are we doing? Oh man, we're regressing way back to just fucking stone tools and fucking stone axes. Jesus fuck, man. What are you people doing?